easy, but here, especially whenever I am going to write a code, okay. So for this case, I have to approach in an organized way, okay, so that at the end I can get one general equation with the help of which we can code, okay. So as you know everything, so linear equations, a few linear equations example are given, okay. So linear equations solution can be found out, okay, using our Gauss elimination method. So in this method, two main steps are there. One is forward elimination, another is backward substitution, okay. So suppose if this is the set of equations, okay, suppose three equations will be there, okay. So from here, what we will do, we'll just go for elimination, okay. So three equations as three variables are there, okay. So there will be three variables, something like this: a11 x, suppose a12 y plus a13 z is equal to something, suppose b1, okay. So you can see there will be three variables. So in the process of elimination, we will be just eliminating the variables, number of variables, okay. So at the end, only one variable will be remaining, okay. So whenever one variable will be remaining in the equation, then very easily we can find the solution, that solution, okay. So this, I'm going to explain this one, no problem. So I'm going to explain this one. So my ultimate target is to get one upper triangular matrix, okay, by forward elimination method. By forward elimination method, my target is to get one upper triangular matrix. That means the these all these elements will be non-zero, and these elements, okay, will be zero. So I am going to show this, no problem. After this, whenever I am done, whenever I have got my upper triangular matrix, from there I can use back substitution, okay, to get the values of each and every variable solutions, okay. So just one example will make all these things clear, okay. So forget all these things. I'm going to show directly one example, and I have written all these things previously because I know that if I write everything in the class, it takes much time. Uh, so suppose this is one example, okay. So in this example, how many variables are there? How many unknowns are there?
Three.
Three variables are there, okay. So first of all, I will just show you how these three variables equations will be solved. Okay, three equations will be solved. First of all, I will show this one. Then I will show how we can go for n number of variables. Okay, n number of variables. So for this, so suppose I will be manipulating for n minus 1 times. Okay, that means here you can see here three variables are there. Okay, that means n is equal to here 3. So I need to manipulate n is equal to 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 times. Okay, after manipulating for 2 times, I will be having only one variable. Okay, how? Let me show. Suppose from here, if I want to remove, here three variables are there, but from this equation, from the second equation, equation number 2, if I want to remove this x, one variable, then what I need to do? I will simply multiply this one. I will simply multiply this one with 1, and I will divide it by 4. I will divide it by 4. Then what will happen? Ultimately, I am going to get, if I multiply this one with 1 by 4, then I am going to get one equation something like this. Okay, and if I simply subtract this star, okay, this star from these two, from this equation, then ultimately my x will be removed. My x will be removed as both of them are same. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
So my x will be removed. Whenever my x will be removed, then I will be having only two variables, okay? So this is the first manipulation. After first manipulation, one variable will be eliminated and how many variables will be remaining then? 2 variables will be
Two.
remaining. Okay, so with the help of, and we are doing this one with the help of equation number 1. Okay, with the help of equation number 1, we are removing okay, let me write again. Control chair is not working. Okay, so you can see that after first manipulation, I am manipulating based on this equation, equation number 1. Okay, so based on equation number 1, we have eliminated x from equation number 2. From equation number 2, we have eliminated. Okay, that means our 1 will be there, but from 2 we will be removing x. Okay, in the same way, from the third equation we are going to remove x. How we can do that? With the help of equation 1, we will be simply multiplying this equation, that means equation number 1 with 3, and I will divide it by 4. If I do so, then both of these equation 1 and equation 3, both of them will be having only 3x. Okay, both of them will have 3x. You can see, if I multiply equation number 1 with 3 by 4, then what is going to happen? I am going to get something like this. Okay, double star. I'm going to get something like this, and which is having 3x. And in my equation 3, there is 3x. So if I just subtract this 3 from this 2 star, then you will be getting something like this. Okay, here you can also see that our x is eliminated. Okay, so we have eliminated x from both equation number 2 and equation number 3 with the help of equation number 1. So you can see that after first manipulation, we are going to get new set of equations. Okay, 3 equations are there, but here my first one was same, but with the help of this equation number 1, what we have done, we have just got these 2 equations where there is no x. Okay, so we have got 1a, 2a and 3a. 3 equations have been obtained after first manipulation. Anyone, do you have any problem with the first manipulation? First changes?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So you can see that our previously, in the example previously, these were the 3 equations. Okay, so again after first manipulation, again I am going to get 3 equations. Okay, here you can see this is a1 1, a1 2, a1 3, b1. Okay, it was a21, it's a2 2. Okay, that means the coefficient a2 3, b2. But after first manipulation, we are going to get the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y is going to be changed. Okay, you can see it was 3, but here it's 14. That means my a22 is going to be updated. Okay, so after first manipulation, there is a22, there is a23, there is b2 like this, but that has been manipulated, that has been changed. That's why I have given 1 prime. In the same way, after first manipulation, after first change, okay, my a32 is there, a33 is there, b3 is there, but they have changed. Okay, it was 3, it has become 2.5. Okay, that means it has changed. So so after first manipulation, we are going to get these 3 equations. Okay, are you okay with this, what I'm telling?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for the second manipulation. So I have told that at the end, whenever I will be having only one variable, then I am done. Because whenever only one variable is there, suppose here you can see 2 variables are there, y and z. These 2 variables are there. Somehow, if I can minimize this number of variables to only one variable, that means if I can get something like this, z is equal to suppose 5. Okay, so it has given me the solution of one variable. It has given me the value of one variable. That means my target is to get one variable at the end. Okay, so you can see after first manipulation, one variable was done. Okay, that means two variable was remaining. Now during the second manipulation, my two variables will be eliminated. Okay, that means previously one value was eliminated. Now in this process, in the second manipulation, another variable will be eliminated, and ultimately we will be having only one variable. Okay, and that will very easily give me the solution. Okay, and you can see after first manipulation, these were the equations. Can you remember? These are
Yes,
the
sir. Yes.
okay. So I'm giving the idea, okay, the numerical values, those are not important. But as a student, when if I think in place of you, if I keep myself in your place, then this A11, A12, okay, then A33, these things makes me very confused, okay. That's why I have directly used numerical values, and below that I have given A11, A12, okay. I may make some mistakes in the calculations, that doesn't matter, okay. What matters is whether you are understanding the process or not, okay. So during the second manipulation, my 1a will be remaining as it is, okay. My 2a, that will be also remaining as it is, okay. But I will be changing this 3a, okay. I will be changing this one based on this equation right now, okay. Previously, based on equation number 1, we have changed other equations. Now based on this equation number 2, that's updated to, okay. Equation number 2, we will be manipulating all other values, okay. So how? Let's see. So my 1a will be remaining as it is, 2a will be remaining, these two will be remaining as it is. So here I will be minimizing the number of variables. How can I do that? Based on this equation number 2a, I will simply, you can see this is 2a. If I simply multiply this 2a with 2.5 and divide it by 14, then ultimately the coefficient of y will be 2.5, okay. If I simply multiply this equation number 2a with 2.5 and if I divide it by 14, that means this one, okay, then ultimately I'm going to get something like this, where the coefficient of y will be 2.5, okay. And you can see in 3a the coefficient of y is also 2.5. Now if I subtract this this one from 3a from here, then ultimately my y will be removed, okay, and something like this will be obtained, okay, where only z, only one variable will be available. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's see. So after second manipulation, you can see that this is one equation, okay, 1b, then 2b, then 3b, okay. So here you can see that my target has been fulfilled, because my target was to come up with only one variable at the end. You can see I don't need to go for any other manipulations, okay. If the number of variables were 4, then I would need to go for another manipulation, okay. That means then 3 manipulations would be needed, but in this case I don't need, because if I go for another manipulation, my z will be also removed, okay, and I don't want that, okay. So you can see this equation, okay, this set of equation can be written something like this, okay. That means in the matrix form I can write like this: 4 minus 2 3, okay, 14 minus 19 minus 29, okay, like this I can write. So these are the variables and these are the right hand side. So are you okay with this representation? Very simple thing.
Yes, sir.
So now if I see this one, okay, suppose if this is my A, matrix A, okay, then you can see this is something, the form of this is something like this, okay. The upper right side is actually non-zero and lower left side is actually 0, okay. So this is actually upper triangular matrix, and our target from the forward elimination method is actually to get this upper triangular matrix, this matrix. Are you okay with this portion?
Yes, sir.
Very easy, okay.
Yes, sir.
So this was the actually forward elimination portion. Okay, first of all I need to eliminate. Okay, anyone, do you have any problem? Anyone? Tasin is talking, and what about others?
No, bhai, it's fine.
Okay, very good. So you can see now my forward elimination is done. Okay, step 1 is done. Now step 2, backward substitution. Okay, so if I simply write these equations here, you can see I have written these equations here. So let's see. So here you can see that after second manipulation, you can see these equations again I have written. So these values were changed. Okay, there was no manipulation here. That's why A11, A12, A13, B1, all those things were same. After first manipulations, these values were changed. Okay, A22, A23, B2, those were changed to A22 prime, A23 prime, and B2 prime. But during the third manipulation, we had no change in these two. Okay, but we had a change in this one. Okay, that means my new A33 has become something like this, and we have represented it with A double prime. Okay, and also my B3 has been manipulated twice. Okay, that's why my B3 has been manipulated twice. That's why it's B double prime. Okay. হ্যাঁ ভাই আমি ক্লাসে আছি তো একটু পরে ফোন দিচ্ছি। Okay, so do you have any confusion regarding the signs? Why double prime? Why like this?
No, sir, it's okay.
Okay, so the subscript. Okay, the subscript is representing the actually the variables. Okay, like previous. Okay, but the superscript,
Yes.
that's representing the number of manipulations we have done for these type of these variables. Okay, these
Yes.
coefficients. Sorry. So now these equations, the same equations have been written here. Okay, I have written these equations here. So you can see from here I can very easily find now back substitution. Why back substitution? Because at first I am going to get the value of z. Okay, so now then from this z value I will be getting the value of y by putting the value of z. Now from here I can get the value of x by putting both of the values of z and y. Have you understood? That's why it's back substitution. Okay, so very easily from this equation number 3b, we are getting z is equal to this one. Okay, number doesn't matter. What? B3 double prime divided by A33 double prime. Okay, now from here, from equation number 2b, we are going to get the value of y. Y is equal to, just if you simplify this one. Okay, if you just separate y from this equation, if you separate y, then you will be getting something like this. Okay, and you can put the value of y. You know the value of y. Okay, sorry, z. So if I just put the value of z from here, then I know the value of y also. Okay, now from equation number 1b, we are going to get the value of x. Okay, so if you just simply separate x from this equation, okay, from this equation, then you are going to get something like this, where the value of y will be obtained from here and the value of z will be obtained from here. So I have obtained the value of z, y, x by back substitution. Okay, so I have got the solution. So this is how it works. So are you okay with this three variables? That means three equations or three unknown equations, three unknowns.
Yes, sir.
If you are okay with this, then let me show you for a number of variables. Okay, so probably the way in the theory class or where you have learned, the way was comparatively easy, but here I am showing all these things in this way because I have to go for n times of manipulation. Okay, and not n times, I have to go for n number of variables. Okay, that's why I'm showing in this way.
So it has to be a square matrix, right, sir? Always for our solution purpose.
Square matrix.
Money square as in like 2 by 2, 3 by 3.
It will be. Why? Can you not tell why? It will be. Because if there are
Oh, because number of variables equals to number of equations. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
very good.
Okay, my bad, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Now, let's see. Now, if we go for writings, doesn't matter, okay? So directly let me show you. Writings doesn't matter, okay? So here you can see. So you can see n variables are there. So for n variables, how many equations are needed? N equations are needed. You can see 1, 2, 3 like this. We have n equations, okay? As there are n variables. You can see x1, x2, x3, dot, 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 up to xn, okay? There are n variables, that means n unknowns. Also, there will be n equations, okay? Now, in the same way, at first, what I need to do? In the first manipulation, for the first manipulation, I have to remove all the x1s from all the equations, okay? There are n number of equations, but for each and every equations, I will be removing x1, okay? In the first manipulation, I'll be removing all the x1s. How? If I want to remove, suppose this is the equation number 9.12a, okay? Suppose this is equation number 1, okay? So based on this equation, we will be removing all the values, all the x1s from the upcoming equations. How? We will be simply multiplying this one with a21, that means this variable, and we will be dividing it with a11, okay? So if I do so, from this equation, my x will have a coefficient which is equal to a21. Okay, so if you just check it here, equation number 1, I have considered it as equation number 1, okay? Equation number 1 has been multiplied with a21 divided by a11, okay? Like this, a21 divided by a11. So you can see that a11 was already there, they will be cancelled out, and ultimately a21 will be remaining in equation number 1. So equation number 1 will be modified to something like this, where the coefficient of x1 has become same as equation number 2. Can you relate?
Yes, sir.
Can you relate, or are you getting confused?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So in this way, I have got one equation. Now, if I simply subtract this equation, from, suppose, let's take it as equation number 2, from equation number 2, then we are going to get something like this, where my x1 has been cancelled because both of them are 2-1, okay? Both of them are having same coefficient, so my x1 will be removed. Ultimately, I am going to get some equation like this, where my a2, x2 is having, this is a22, okay? This is a2n, okay? And this is b11, this is b2, okay? So you can see that a22, previous a22 has got changed, okay? You can see it was a22, it was a23, it was a2n, it was b2, okay? Those are there, but they have changed, okay? They have got changed, okay? They have some changes. That's why what I will do, I will make them as a22 prime, a2n prime, b2 prime. Okay, you can see that has been done. So this is my actually a22 prime. This is my a2n prime. This is my b2 prime. The changed value, okay? After first manipulation, you can see above there is a prime sign, okay? That's indicating one manipulation. Okay, so after the first manipulation, so it has been done for equation number 2, okay? But for each and every equation, I have to do the same thing, okay? So for each and every equation, if I do the same thing, then I am going to get something like this, where there will be no x, Okay, so after first manipulation, one variable will be eliminated, and how many variables will be remaining then? N minus 1, because total number of variables were n, and 1 has been removed, 1 has been eliminated. So ultimately n minus 1 variables will be remaining. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And first manipulation is being understood by us. How I can understand that there is only one manipulation? Can anyone tell? I have told. How can
Sir,
I?
n minus 1 manipulation.
No, I'm telling that here only one. This is the first manipulation. Only one.
Oh, sir, all the x1 terms are missing from
Yes.
after the first equation.
This x1 terms are missing, and also a1 prime is there. Okay, so you can.
Oh, yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So anyhow, you can understand. So if you are following me, then now during second manipulation, I will be doing the same thing based on this equation now. Okay. Suppose that was the equation number 1, that will remain same. Equation number 2, can you guess? Can you remember that has been changed? That's why this is 2a. So based on this 2a, we will be manipulating the other equations to remove x2. Okay. So during the second manipulation, my x2 will be removed. Okay. It will remain as it is, but from all other equations, the x2 will be removed and x3 will be there. Okay, and you can see two manipulations has occurred. That's why all these values are having, all these coefficients are having double prime. Okay, are you okay till now? This is for second manipulation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, so second manipulation. So second manipulation, that means two variables will be removed. You can see x1 has removed, x2 has been removed. Okay, and how many variables will be remaining then? As there are n variables, two variables has been
n minus 2, sir.
n minus 2. Very good. So now, in this way, I have to just go for manipulation. Okay, by hand we cannot do it. Computer will do it. So suppose how many eliminations do we need? Can anyone tell? N minus 1 elimination.
n minus 1.
Yes, n minus 1 eliminations are needed, because after n minus eliminations, total number of variables are n. After n minus 1 eliminations, there will be one variable, and one variable, if I get some equation like this, suppose xn is equal to, because all other variables have been removed, then xn is equal to something like this, suppose 5, suppose. So that's the solution of my xn. Okay, so my target is to go for n minus 1 manipulations. Okay, so during n minus 1th manipulation, what will happen? We are going to get something like this. Okay, so we are going to get something like this. Okay, during first manipulation, 1 has been removed. Second manipulation, 2 will be removed. 2 variables will be removed. Third elimination, 3 will be removed. Okay, and during n minus 1th elimination process, n minus 1 equations will be removed. Only one will be having. You can see only one will be having. Other than this, all other previous things, something is there. Okay, something is there. So all other has been removed. Only this has been remaining. Only one variable is remaining. Are you okay with this till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now, if you are okay with this, then we are done. Okay, we are done. So here you can see my target is to get ultimately xn. So xn will be simply bn n minus 1. Okay, so I was understanding with the help of prime. Okay, if you just give primes in this way, then life will be tough. Okay, that's why they have given n minus 1. N minus 1 means ultimately n minus 1 number of primes. Okay, in number of primes. Okay, superscript is actually mentioning the number of manipulation. Okay, so from this equation we can very easily get the value of xn. Okay, and for all other variables we can very easily get with the help of this equation. Okay, so if you tell me how can we get this general equation, then it will be easy for us if we go for these equations. Okay, if I just go for a comparison, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so I am almost done with the theory part. Okay, so here you can see, so I have got xn from this equation, okay? In the same way, from the last equation, here we have got the last variable's value. In the same way, from the last equation, okay, after n-1 manipulations, from the last equation, we are going to get the value of last variable, that means xn, okay? So for all other values, okay, there will be a common general equation. So if I just simply see here, then we can, if I just simply observe from here, then we can understand that how this is coming. You can see, if I want, suppose this is z, z means x3 actually, okay? If I compare with x1, x2, x3, then y is actually x2, x is actually x1. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
The general one, there is no x, y, z, okay? There was actually x1, x2, x3. That's what actually I'm telling, okay? x1, x2, x3. First of all, we are going to get x3 with the help of last equation, okay? So here we are going to get xn from the last equation, and for all other equations, just see these two, then you will be able to understand why this is coming. So y or x2 is coming from b2 prime minus a23 prime z, okay? Divided by a22 prime, okay? Now let's see b2 prime, okay? So you can see this is second x2, here is 2, here is also 2, here is I, here is also I. Can you relate? Here is 2, x2, here is b2. So here is I, there will be I.
Yes, sir.
Can you relate?
Yes, sir.
So here, this is how many manipulations? 2 minus 1 manipulation, isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir.
In the same way, here will be I minus 1 manipulation. Okay. So at the right side, you can see there will be variable. Here is actually z, but all z will be actually x. If I just make them general, then there will be x, I or x, j, something like this. Okay. Because I have told that x, y, z is not there. There is, in the general terms, there is x1, x2, and x3. Okay. So here you can see some a ij will be there, some a ij will be there. Okay. And there will be xj, which will be actually variable. Okay. So, and it will be divided by a22. You can see x2, here is also 22. xi, here is ii. Okay. And also the number of manipulations can be obtained in the same way. Okay. So if I go for this one, okay, suppose x1. For x1, you can see that b1, x1, there is b1, x1, b1, okay. So xi, bi, okay. So after that, there will be some summations, okay, with multiplication of what? A into that variable, okay, xi, there actually xi, yz is not there, okay, xi, and summation of something like this, okay. So you can see summation of something like this. So this will be increasing. Whenever I am going to increase the number of variables, they are going to be increased, okay. So I don't know, probably it may be tough to many of you, a few of you, so it doesn't matter, okay. So my ultimate target is to get something like this, okay, one general term. And if you just think by yourself also, you will be able to relate between them, okay, because there is only this is for only 3 variables and this is for only, n variables, okay. So if you think, then you will be able to relate, okay, and you will be seeing that xi will be something like this, okay. So my ultimate target is to get xn and xi, okay. That means all the values of x. So you can see with the help of these two equations, we will be getting all the values of x for n number of variables. So, কি অবস্থা? Up to now, are you okay?
Yes, sir. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, sir.
জি স্যার অবস্থা
If you cannot relate between them, just think by yourself later on also, you will be able to understand, inshallah, okay. So now my ultimate target was to get this equation, okay, this equation. So I have got that one. So now I'm going for the coding portion. It will not take that much time, inshallah, because you know all the things. There is no new function, nothing is there. So all the functions are known to you. I'll just show you how this code has been written. Anyone, any question?
No, sir.
দেখি কার কি অবস্থা। Haruna Ba, are you there? 348.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So, can you understand a bit at least?
Yes, sir, I understood this one, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Sajid, কি অবস্থা?
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই এই তো আমি ওই ক্লাসের শুরুতে একটু জয়েন করতে লেট করছিলাম, অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স মিস করছি আর কি।
ওকে, সমস্যা নাই, 5-10 মার্ক গেলে আর কি হয়। এহসানুল হক,
না ভাই 5-10 মার্ক লাগে না, গ্রেড নেমে যায়।
okay, Ehsanul Haq, are you there? So everyone, please write your, oh sorry, your mic is problem. Please write your student ID again, okay? So you need to write your student ID whenever I will tell, okay? So if you are just late for 2 or 5 minutes, then I'm not going to consider, okay? Because you are with me, I will be able to understand that all of you are hearing me. Okay.
Sir, I was having some internet issue previously, so I couldn't write my ID on time.
Okay, no problem. Right now, okay. So
Yes.
okay, let's go for the coding portion. If I write previously, then the job actually it takes less time for me to make you understand. In the previous classes, I used to write everything. It takes long time. It would take. So now let's go for the coding. So all of us we know what CLC is, what clear is. Okay, clear all and CLC is. Okay, what's the job of CLC?
Clearing the screen, clearing the command window and
Window. Okay.
all
So it will-
that.
It will be clearing the command window, and clear all, it will just clear the
Menu.
various,
Yes, workplace.
okay, workplace, okay, and also it will just clear many things from the memory, okay? So if you just explore, you will be able to understand, okay? So now display, with the help of display, what it will do, it will simply show this one, okay, as output at the first, okay, nothing else. At the output it will be shown, okay? After this we are going to take input from the user, input, okay? So what I'm going to take from the user, I'm going to take the number of equations that the user is interested in to solve, okay? Suppose for our problem is so our problem is something like this, okay? That means how many variables are there? 3 variables are there. 3 variables are there, and matrix A is actually 3.1.2 like this, okay? This blue one, they are the matrix A, okay? Matrix A, okay? And R is the output matrix, right hand side matrix. This is the right side matrix, okay? 1 column matrix. So both of them will be taken from the user after taking the number of variables or number of equations, okay? So if I give 3 here, then I need to give the values, okay, as input. So how can I give the values, all these values of A? How can I give in MATLAB?
So input.
So I should write something like this, okay?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes.
Where there will be spaces between 3.1 and 0.2, that is minus 0.1 and minus 0.2, and there will be a semicolon going for the next
Next row.
next row, isn't it? So are you okay?
Yes.
We're giving the input now.
Sir, one small question, sir. Sir, I forgot this part. Sir, here we are inputting the n from the user sir. Sir, there was one function, sir. I forgot, sir. Was it count? Na ki jana chilo, sir. It used to count the number of rows or it used to count the number of columns. So, sir, এটা ভুলে গেছি, sir.
Actually,
Yes, sir. তাহলে আমাদের ইনপুটই দেওয়া লাগতো না।
এটা লেন্থ দিয়ে করা যায়।
লেন্থ, হ্যাঁ স্যার, লেন্থ দিয়ে করা যায়।
0 দিলে হচ্ছে নাম্বার অফ রোজ, 1 দিলে নাম্বার অফ কলামস।
হ্যাঁ। Yes, sir. ওটাই করছি।
actually no problem, but
Yes, sir.
at the beginning you are giving this one, okay? So if
Okay,
you
okay.
go for A like this, because Actually, whenever you are dealing with these things, you know, it will be 3, and what will be the size of your matrix A, what will be the size of matrix R. All these are
Yes,
known to you, okay? So if
yes.
you are not, okay, no problem. So,
Okay.
so how can I give the value of R in MATLAB? I'll simply write something like this, okay?
Yes, sir.
So there
3
will be
rows.
semicolon
1 column.
because there will be 3 rows. So are you okay, everyone? Are you okay with this course up to this? Are you okay? Anyone, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, D is equal to A and small d is equal to R. Okay, so they have taken like this. I don't know whether there is any use of all these things or not. Okay, so let's see whether there is any use of these things or not. So at first, my target is to get the upper triangular matrix. That means we will be going for the forward elimination method. Okay, so upper triangular matrix. At first, we will be going for that. So already we have covered up to this portion. I hope there is no Harunba.
Yes, sir.
So do you have any confusion up to this portion?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So whenever we will be running the code, at that time it will be more clear how these are working. Okay. So now we are going for creating the.
Sir,
Yes, please.
so that fourth line there, I'm not understanding very well. D is equal to A in column.
No, actually I have told that they have stored the value of A and R. Okay, these two matrices has been stored in D and small d. Okay, nothing else. So I don't know whether there is any implication of this one or not in the code. Let's see whether there is any implication or not. I haven't found till now. Okay, so this is simply nothing. This is, suppose you can for now you can think it to be a redundant line where you are storing your matrix A and R in D and small d. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, very good. So now let's go for creating the upper triangular matrix. Okay. So now the upper triangular matrix, it's actually this for loop has started from here and it has ended here. Okay. So again, I am telling that many unnecessary important things are there. Okay. That's why it has become, this loop has become so much big. Okay. My main thing is only this portion. Only this portion is the main thing. Okay. And this has become, this is extra. How this is extra, I'm telling later on. Okay. So my for j is equal to n 1 to n minus 1. Okay. So this loop has started from here and it has ended here. Okay. It has ended here. This loop. This is the loop and is going to work for j is equal to 1 to n minus 1. Can anyone guess why n minus 1? Because we need how many manipulations?
N minus 1
N minus
manipulation.
1 manipulations.
N manipulations. Very good. Okay. So, okay. Now let's skip these lines for now. Okay. Let's skip these lines for now. Directly go to this line. Okay. Directly go to this portion. Now, to get the upper triangular matrix, at first, what I need to do? Because this is the n number of equations. Just you can remember that n number of equations are given here. From here, at first, what we used to do? We used to simply multiply equation number 1 with what? A21 divided by A11. Can you remember?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Divided by A11, which gave me something like this. From equation number, which has given me something like this. Okay, from equation number 1, and if I can subtract this one from equation number 2, then from equation number 2, one variable will be removed. So my first job is to multiply this one, multiply equation number 1 with A21 divided by A11. You can see it has been done here. Okay, A21, so 1, I is equal to, I have started from 1 and initially S is equal to 0. Okay, S is a counter, initially S is equal to 0. For the first loop, S is equal to 0, that means I will start from 1 and it will end up to n. Okay, so 1, I is equal to, for the first time, I is equal to what? I is equal to 1 for the first loop. For the first loop, I is equal to 1. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I is equal to 1, so it will be a 2 comma 1, as j is 1. Initially I am working here with j is equal to 1 and also I is equal to 1. So you can see it will be L is equal to this line. I am just writing this line. L is equal to a21 divided by a11. Okay, that means I have done simply this portion. That means L is equal to this portion. Are you okay with this till now? What's this line?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, what I need to do, I need to subtract this one. Okay, I need to subtract this equation. Okay, I need to subtract this equation from here. Okay, so from here I can do, how I can do that? This is actually from matrix A. Okay, so you can see this one. Okay, just let me clear it. You will be better understanding this one. Okay, so if I write something like this, a1 comma a colon, that means it's indicating what? It's indicating my first row, isn't it? Because the
Yes, sir.
value
Yes,
of a2 will be always 1, but my other, that means my column number is all column numbers. Okay, that means it will be indicating this line. Okay,
Yes, sir.
wait, it's not working. Thing is very easy. If you can just relate, then you will. Okay. So this whole all set of equation is represented by actually a into x is equal to b or r. Can you remember this one? So a is representing the whole matrix. Okay. Whole matrix means this portion, left hand side portion. Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
So a 1 comma all, it will represent my row number 1. Okay, so a 2 comma colon, it will represent my second row. Okay, second equation. Yes, second row means second equation. Okay, second equation is this portion, left hand side. Okay, so you can see that what I want to do, I want to multiply this one. Multiply first one. Now I want to multiply my first equation with L, with this one. I want to multiply my first equation with L1. Sorry, L. So you can see L has been multiplied with A, J, semicolon. That means first row. Okay. With first row, I want to multiply A2, 1 divided by A11. That means L. So I have multiplied this one. Okay. And I want to subtract this one from the second equation. And you can see this is my second equation because I is equal to 1. 1 means 2 comma this. You can see if I just simply write the value of I is equal to 1, then it will be 2 comma colon. Okay. That is to deal with this portion. Okay. This portion. And we are done with this portion. Now, one confusion may arise. You can see every time to find x, also whenever we are going to find our what's that? I forgot. So my computer is very lagging behind. Okay, just wait. Okay, just wait. Okay, upper triangular matrix. I forgot the term. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
to get the upper triangular matrix, also I need to divide by A11 or A22 or A33. Okay, A44 like this, isn't it? You can see here for the first case I am dividing by A11. In the second case we will be dividing by A22 but updated A22. In the third case we will be dividing by A33 but updated A33. Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, there may be one problem if this A11 is equal to 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if
Divide by 0. Yes,
yes,
sir.
if this A11 is 0, then there will be problem, and I want to skip that very problem. If I want to skip that very problem, then I need to go for this extra but important thing. Have you understood now? Have you related? Can
Is
you?
what you said. Is
Okay,
it?
now what's the solution of that one? Suppose this is the first equation, already we have seen. Suppose in the first equation, if I get something like this is A11, okay? Suppose 0x plus 2y plus 3y is equal, 3z is equal to 5. Okay, then suppose 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 7. 7x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to anything. Okay, I'm just giving one example. Okay, if the scenario is like this, then this is what? This is my A11, this is A12, this is A13. Okay, so this is A22. Okay, so these variables, okay, A11 or A22, A33, if they are 0, then there is a problem. Then what should we do? Can anyone suggest any suggestion?
We should pivot, sir.
We can just simply replace. Okay, if we just replace the position of first row and second row, then we are done. Because here in this equation, if there is 0, okay, if I replace them, then it will be 0 and it will be 2. Okay, all others will be replaced. Okay, they will be replaced. Now you can see A11 has become 2, but it doesn't matter. Okay, if this one, okay, B1, B21 is, sorry, B1, B21, A11, A12, this is actually not B, this is A21. Okay, so if A21 is 0, it doesn't matter because A21 is not going to be, it's not going to divide anything. Okay, are you okay? What I'm telling?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if I replace this 0 and this 1, then there will be no problem. If I replace this one and this one, then there is going to be no effect. Okay, but remember, whenever I am going to replace, I should replace from the lower one, never ever from the upper one. Can anyone suggest why? Can anyone suggest why? Because every time I am fixing the upper one. Can you remember? For the first manipulation, I am keeping the first one fixed. During the second manipulation, I am going to fix the first and second one. Okay, during the third manipulation, I am going to fix first, second, and third, and others are going to be manipulated. Okay, that's why if I manipulate the upper ones, then it will make problem because that has been made fixed. Are you okay with what I have told?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So all these things are not needed, but anyone may have many questions. Okay, that's why I'm telling like this. So now I'm going to solve this one from the lower one. Okay, and you can see that row numbers are represented like this. Okay, and if this scenario occurs, what I need to do? I need to replace this AI comma hyphen, that means first row, with, this is my second row, this is my second row, and this is my first row. Okay, so what I need to do? I need to replace these two. Okay, if I see this scenario, okay, for that what I need to do? I need to first of all check whether this AJJ is equal to 0 or not. Okay, if this is 0, only then all these internal things will occur. If this is not 0, then it will go for directly what our job is. Go for that one. Can you relate right now?
Yes, sir.
This is equal to 0, then there is some problem. Okay, then I'm going to divide something with 0, then some problem is going to be arised. Okay, that's why what I need to do, I need to replace these two. After that, I need to do this important job. Are you okay now?
Yes, sir.
Now let's think that at first it's 0. Okay, my first equation is 0. Okay, that means my A11 is equal to 0. If this is 0, because during first iteration, j is equal to 1. Mute your microphone if you are not talking, if you don't need. Who is talking? So you can see that if there is zero in the first equation, then there is some problem. That's why I need to replace them. How can I replace? You can see, if z is equal to 0, then it has gone for another loop. Okay, why another loop? Even in the second one, even in the second equation, even in this equation, if there is any 0, then also some problem is going to create. Okay, that's why I am going to be confirmed here whether my second equation is also 0 or not. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
If first equation, second equation, both of the equations are having 0 coefficient for x, then after replacing, it's not going to give us any fruitful result, isn't it? J love Shei Kodu, isn't it? Because they are getting replaced. In both of the cases, I am going to get 0, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
Yes, sir.
let's show this one, that my second equation is not 0. I am doing this one. How? You can see k is equal to j. K is another variable which is equal to j. J is equal to 1. Okay. So you can see k is equal to k plus 1. That means it will start from 2. It will start from 2. It will start from 2. That means it will start from this equation. It will start checking from this equation. And in this equation, it will check whether that is 0 or not. 2, 1. Okay. That means k is 2. Can you relate? K is equal to 2. K is equal to, for the first case, k is equal to how much? 1 plus 1. That means 2.
1, 2. Yes, sir.
Isn't it? And my
Yes.
j is equal to 1. So this one is a kj. K means 2, 1. 2, 1 means what? This one. 2, 1 means this one. Okay. 2, 1 means
Yes.
this one. 2, 1 means this one. 2, 1 means this one.
Yes,
It's
sir.
checking whether this is 0 or not. Okay.
Okay.
So if this is equal to 0, then it will enter here. Okay. That means if this is equal to 0, that means I need to skip this equation also, second equations also. I need to go for third equation. That's why it will continue. Continue means without executing any other thing else, it will go for the next loop and it will increase the value of k. That means it will go for the third loop,
Yes.
third equation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But in our case, suppose we are considering that our second one is not 0. Okay. Suppose our second equation is 5x. Okay. That means second equation is okay. So if second equation is okay, then this condition will not be fulfilled. It's not 0, it's 5. This condition will not be fulfilled. Then it will not enter in this loop. Rather, it will complete this loop and it will go for break. Okay. Break means it will be going out of this loop. Okay, it will go out of this loop and it will come to here. Okay, so you can see this thing, small thing. Okay, this is only because this is not needed. This is only because to ensure our second equation is not having 0 with the first variable, first unknown. Okay, so whenever I am confirmed that second equation is not having any 0 with x, okay, at that time, what I will do? I will go for the replacement. I will replace them. Okay, I will replace first row. I will replace first row with the second row. Okay, for that, what I am doing? I am just simply keeping this first row. J is equal to 1 here. Okay, so I am giving that means A1 colon. Okay, that means this is first row. This is first row right now. Okay, so I am going to store this first row in B and I am going to store the first right hand side component, okay, in C. I am going to store them. After storing them, after storing this and this, after storing this and this in B and C respectively, what I am going to do? I am going to place this first row with second row because k is equal to 2 here. Okay, k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that means this first row, because this is first row is going to be replaced by second row. First row is going to be replaced by second row. Okay, that means right now after execution of this instruction, my first row has changed with second row. Okay, now in second row, what I need to put? I need to put the first row. And where is my first row? Can anyone tell? Where is my first row? My first row is available in B and C because before replacing, I have placed the first row in B and C. Can you
Okay.
remember?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Are you okay? So
Yes,
you can see all these things are actually unnecessary important thing with the help of which we have skipped the any unavoidable or any how should I say bad situation, okay, like this.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So are you okay, Sajid?
জি ভাই
Please, বুঝতেছো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বুঝতেছি
Okay, so you can see if I just tell you again the code, all the codes for all the labs, I'm telling, although I'm not taking all the labs, but all the labs are having very small codes. But for some unnecessary important things, they are becoming big. Okay. So up to now, what we have done? We have done the step one. Step one means upper triangular matrix. Now let's go for the second portion. That means getting the results from second step. That means from back substitution, backward substitution. Okay. So that's very good, very easy job because we have done everything. Okay, previously we have done everything. So this is the equations. These were the solution. Can you remember xn is equal to bn, something like this? Can you remember? Xi,
Yes, sir.
all other.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can see the last solution will be directly from available from here. Okay, because after updating everything at the end, whenever I will be coming out after execution of all this instruction, whenever I will be here at this stage, then I will be having 1a into x is equal to r, which is actually a আবার ভুলে গেলাম নাম কি, upper triangular matrix.
Upper triangle. Yes, sir.
Okay. So upper triangular matrix. So after executing all this instruction, we have 1a, which a is actually the desired a. That means upper triangular matrix. And from that upper triangular matrix, we can very easily get our last value xn by using this equation. Okay. Do you have any problem? You can see Rn. There is no b in the code. There is r, and n is the last one. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
n is this one. Okay. And last manipulation how can I understand? Because I have come out from the manipulation, because I have done n-1 manipulation. After doing n- manipulations at this stage, the values of a, all the values of a are having n manipulations. Not all the values, rather last equation is having n manipulations, if you can remember.
Yes, sir. Because all the equations are manipulated.
After n-1 manipulations, we are having whenever I will be going to this stage, at this stage xn is actually that stage. I don't need to show these numbers in the code because I have executed n-1 times. Okay, after executing n-1 times, the last one will only have this n-1 primes. Previous one will have one less prime, then will be another less prime, then another less prime. Okay, then 2, then 1, then none. Have you understood? So if you think by yourself, hopefully you will be more clear. Okay, so from here, with the help of this equation, I can get xn. Now I need other solutions. Very easily I can get the other solutions by using one loop. Okay, so the loop will start from where? I-1, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait, why I-1? n-1 minus 1. Okay, now whenever I am going to get other solutions, then manipulation number will be less. Can you remember? Can you remember? Okay, so whenever I am going to get, which one should I show? Just wait. I'm done. I will not take more time. 5 to 10 minutes, inshallah. Okay. So this one will be helpful. That's why I'm telling. So you can see here. So to get the last equation, B1 had no manipulation. That means it was the end. Okay. Sorry, I'm making mistake. Okay. To get it, okay, that means last equation, last variable's value, we need maximum number of manipulations. Okay, that means n minus 1 number of manipulations. Okay, and to get second values, I need the values which are having n minus 2 manipulations. Okay, so here to get the next one, I need the values having, there will be two double prime. Okay, b1 double prime. So you can see there will be n minus 3 manipulations. Okay, so it may make you confused. Okay, let's skip if you cannot understand for now. So many things are there. I have told, okay, many things will not be clear to you, but if you go through the lecture again by yourself, and not lecture, even if you go through the lab sheet and if you try to understand by yourself, then all the things that I have told will be meaningful. Okay, I'm not telling anything to just skip anything, or I'm not telling anything which is unclear. Okay, so due to the situation, because you are seeing this one for the first time, that's why it may be not that much clear to you. Okay, so it will start from n minus 1 and it will decrease. Okay, because
Sir.
you see at first, okay,
স্যার
just
এই যে স্যার একটু বোর্ডের দাগা দাগি গুলো একটু স্যার মোছা যাবে স্যার, খুবই মেসি লাগছে।
okay, sorry. Okay, okay, আগে বলতাম তাহলে আরো আগে মিশাইতাম। So at first, what we have got? Solution. Which one solution? Which solution we have got? Xn, isn't it? Xn has been got by us.
Yes, sir.
Then I am going to find xn minus 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
I'm going to find xn minus 2. At the end, I'm going to find xn, because this is backward substitution. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's why what will happen? It will start from n minus 1, it will end up to 1. It will start from n minus 1, it will end at 1, and it will decrease by how much? 1.
One every time. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's why this is found out by us. We have found out this one. Okay, so now I want to find this one, xn minus 1 up to 1 with a decrement of minus 1, with a decrement of 1, that means minus 1. Are you okay with the limit for loop?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I have told that I need a sum. Okay, so you can see, if you just see look at the equation, then you will be able to understand. So you can see xi will be simply like this, and there will be some summation. Okay, so this is the main equation. This is the main equation, xi, because n minus 1, from n minus 1 it will start. Xi is equal to simply this one. You can see that it's divided by aii. You can see it's divided by 1 by aii, and that means it has been completed. It has been completed here. Okay, now remaining is this one minus this one. Remaining is this one minus this one. This one minus this one. That means this one is remaining. So you can see b is not available in my code. What is available?
Sir, R.
R is available. R is being represented. R is representing the right hand side. Okay, so bi, that means ri minus sum, this sum. Okay, this sum. And how we are going to get this sum? With the help of this loop. For j is equal to I plus 1 to n, sum is equal to sum plus this one. You can see sum is equal to sum plus this one. aij into xj into xj into xj. aij into xj, and it will just go on for this number of time, and whenever it will come out, then this sum will be actually this total thing. Okay, sorry, this total thing. No, sorry. Whenever it will come out of this loop, then it will be this portion only. Okay,
Only the summation part. Yes, sir.
okay, so it's, I don't know, I have written many things. After that I am done. Okay, I have got all the values. Okay, xn has been got. We have obtained xn, we have got xi, that means all other values of x we have got. Okay, so we are going to display these values. Okay, so display, this is going to just simply show something like this, some text like this. Okay, it's not going to give us any value. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, I forgot that if I write time and again on the top of each text, then it's become very hazy. Thank you. Okay. So now it's simply writing is showing one text. Okay, and it's also going to show one text, and after that it's going to display A. That means the matrix at the end. A is actually what? Upper triangular matrix, isn't it? That means it's going to show the upper triangular matrix. After manipulation, A is what? Only upper triangular matrix, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why it's going to display, A is going to display actually the upper triangular matrix. Okay. Now B, after manipulation of all the B, right hand side. Okay. So that B is actually the manipulated right hand side. Okay. So this is not the solution. And this solution of the linear equation, solution is stored where? Solution is stored where? X, in X, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And why X prime is there? Can anyone tell?
Where is X?
So to make it into a column matrix.
Sir, column matrix.
Column matrix.
So actually, what I have understood that many of you know many of the things, okay, which I have repeated time and again. So considering me as a student, I have told all these things time and again. Okay, so if you know many things, please skip. Okay, so I am done. So in this way, at the end, you are going to get the code, and I am just running the code. Okay, I have just simply copied the code here, simply the same code I have copied here, and I'm going to run this one. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So whenever I am run, you can see at first the solution, they are demanding the solution because at the very beginning display solution n that has been shown. Then enter the number of equations. Okay, so let's enter the number of equation as 3. Okay, so enter matrix A is demanding matrix A. Okay, so a matrix A is what? Matrix A is simply this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this one. So this one is the matrix 1, and if I simply copy it from here, then I have already put this number. Okay, so this is 3 minus 1, something like this. Okay, and R is something like this. I have copied and pasted, nothing else. Okay, so you can see whenever I have run the code, the output at the end. At first it's supposed to show something like this. Okay, display bx is equal to b. You can see output is showing bx is equal to b. After this upper triangular matrix, this text is going to be shown. This text is shown. Then after this matrix, this upper triangular matrix is actually A that has been shown. After this matrix, that means right hand side, updated right hand side has been displayed here. Okay, then display the solution. So as you have told that X prime will just give a column matrix. You can see these are the solutions. So X1 is actually 3, X2 is minus 2, and X3 is 7. So this is the solution. Okay, so after the code, they have told that this is the solution, and they have told to obtain the result. So I am done. Sorry for taking a long time. Okay, because there is no task